Alright, so this is going to be a little commentated video on War Thunder sim battles for Mr. Frank, because I believe that if he sees sim battles and, starts to get the feel of them, or, everything that goes into, it's not that hard. It's actually pretty easy, and it's challenging, so I believe it's, more fun than the other battles, arcade, realistic. Uh, yeah, it's it's not that bad, Frank, honestly. But I'm going to show you the battle I had recently where I just, destroyed everyone because I'm good at this game, I guess. I'm in my Trump T54 here. This is a pretty small game. There's only, what, 7 people on each team. It, it's nice, you're not being attacked from every which way. And, you can actually take it slow, learn different tactics, and I'll be shown a few of them in this game. Um, so let's get to it. Also, we'll take off nameplates. This is how you'll see your friends. Well, actually, this is how you'll see your friends. This is the commander view, which is the default view. I give these guys a little bit of room because I'm a nice teammate. Notice they'll all get. Everyone's sort of going to B. I'm going to be going to the east here, towards this. If you look down in the bottom right, there's a northeast road. The Object 268, which is a fucking monster that you just saw pass me. He's taking the back way to B, so he's not going to be helping me. I got no assistance over here, but it's whatever, I'm gonna be in a pretty decent spot that I'll just I don't really need help over here. I'm just here to ping people because most of the fighting is going to be between A and B area in this little park area. But I'm going to be going forward here, and slightly to the left is the street we're actually going to be sitting on. A little bit of a boring part of the video here. Not much action until we actually move to point B, and then I just start fucking shit up. So we're going up here. I think I stop here to, I don't know, check the map, or someone was pinging or something in chat. Someone just says defense. Tinner, I actually played a previous game with him. He seems to know what he's doing. So I'm actually not aiming this high. This is a replay bug, or sort of bug, I guess. I'm actually aiming at this second, this larger line right here. This is the 400 meter mark because it's about 500 meters down to this little sloped rubble area here. So yeah, aiming at this. Don't disregard the line going across here. That's not what I'm actually aiming at. I'm actually aiming here. You can see that I'm sort of angled here, trying to keep the side of my tank behind this little rubble pile, because the side of the tank on a T-54 is really weak. If I get hit here, even here, I'm pretty much just dead. So I'm trying to keep angled, keep the side behind this this little rubble bit. I hear some shooting, so I'm just gonna move up because, like I said, there's not many people in this game. So if anyone is fighting, it's going to be in this area, sort of like to the southwest of B, north of A area. So let's move back into my view. Move up. I think, yeah. Pretty soon I'll see this T-54 on the right here that you saw before. Just changing view to try to see up there. Okay, I see him now. I see he's pushing up, so I'm gonna go wide left here to keep eyes on this corner, just in case anyone tries to peek from there. He crosses my line of fire, and I back up to keep eyes there. He's pretty much his position. If anyone was there, they would have peeked him and took a shot at him already. He goes side on down that street, so I'm like, fuck it, there ain't no one down there, I'm just gonna move. So, we're gonna go to B. We're gonna see what all the fuss is over here. Just, you know, using binoculars, try to get a better view of the area around me. Here's the park I was talking about. Get close, check my right to make sure no friendlies are going to shoot me accidentally, but I see all the smoke. I look through the binoculars, I see that guy shoot, and he's aiming north, so he's probably an enemy. Plus, then I see the Panther 2 night vision scope. I think that's what that is, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a Panther 2, I can tell, and since this is a completely Russian team, I know he's an enemy. I'm looking to try to get a shot on him. He takes a shot from that T-54 we saw earlier that went down the road. Trying to get a shot, but he's behind that tree in this mound. It's just not going to happen. Start backing up here to keep myself away from the side of this corner. Try moving back. Notice that I'm getting stuck on a tree. Just angle a little bit more and then start backing up. Now the T-54 is, the sight zooms in so much, it's really hard to see what's around you. So even just looking here, I can't see, 10 feet to the right. So I'm constantly moving around, looking in different views, checking my rear to make sure no one's sneaking up behind me, which is actually pretty funny because someone does sort of sneak up behind me and take me out. But I'm still looking in here, trying to see if this Panther 2 crests the hill. That's a shot from the M47G, which is the German. I believe that's the German. We're going to turn, and there I go. I get taken out by the M46. I didn't know you could actually get up here. This is a crazy spot because you can just, get up there and start taking out anyone. I don't know what he's shooting at there. I think he thought there was another tank there, I guess. But I get taken out. Spawn back in. Start moving forward. I'm going to go back to the spot I was at originally just because I'm boring and I do the same thing all the time. So once again, there's an Object 2, the Object 268 up here, I didn't actually know was up here, but it actually works out pretty well since I started supporting him. This is what you see. You can't actually see his name through the walls. But we're just going to keep that on because it's easier to see friendlies and stuff. So, peek around the corner, I see him, I'm like, oh shit, he's there. And he's looking at B from that. From that, he can look into B, so I'm just gonna peek down that street I was at before to make sure no one's coming up to try to flank him or anything. So I start getting close up here, and then I realize that there's this opening here as well. So I check there to make sure no one's there. He fires, which means that there's someone on B point. Just making sure that, still make sure that he's not getting flanked. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a peek. Slowly make my way up and pie around this corner. I see him right there, and he's looking at me, so I take a snapshot and then move back. At this point, I don't actually know if he's dead or not, because sometimes the models persist. Take another shot, hit the side of the building. The view's actually from the the gunner's sight and not the actual barrel of the gun, like in realistic mode. So it's off a little bit. I take another shot, get him, kill him. It's a hit from artillery getting called in, so I just back up to make sure that it doesn't, take out my tracks or anything. Object 268 starts moving up. So I aim around this corner to just support him again. I see the T-44s going to the right, which is sort of, he's going to go right, I'm going to go left. Object 268 shoots, so I start to go up to see what he's shooting at, and then he starts getting shot by this Kugel Blitz, up in the spot that the M46 was. I'm looking, I don't see him. I'm like, oh shit, that's actually coming from up more. So peek out, take a shot. I believe I took out his gunner and his loader and his commander, so pretty much just gonna shoot at him with the 12.7 on top, take another shot with a main cannon and take him out. I turn around, I don't know where the object 268 went, then I see his tracks, so he pushed forward. Come up here, see him backing out, so I don't know if he's actually sees someone, but I noticed that the T-44 is, in trouble over here. Look up there, see he shoots, and the angle that he's shooting at makes it look like there's someone right around this corner, and surprise, surprise, there is. Take him out with a nice little, no scope. This guy's on my team, so I can help him repair. Sit here repairing him for a little bit. Now, someone actually says in chat, while he was attentioning to the map at this corner, he's good to go. He starts moving up. He has a hard time aiming around the corner, so I sort of go for him. I see in chat someone says Jagan move left, Panther 2, and I'm like, what? And then I see it says right, and so I'm like, well, does that mean there's a Panther 2 down here, and they want me to move left around the Object 268? But I don't know. I take a little peek. I don't see anyone. The Object 268 sees that I didn't get shot at or anything, so he starts moving up around the corner. I'm looking back because I hear the T-44, engaging someone still, so I'm like, oh wait, maybe they mean, go right around this building. Object 268 is getting shot, and he just went down right now. I look over, and yeah, he's smoking a pile of garbage now. So come up here, pie this corner, spot the Panther 2, he takes a shot from the T-44-100, I put a shot into his turret, he lives, he's on fire, T-44-100 is aiming for another shot, but I put another shot into his rear, he still lives, which is insane, so I'm like, well, someone's still capturing B, so I'm just gonna check it. I see him through the smoke. He looks at me, but he doesn't shoot, which I don't understand. I bounce the front. I move forward. He's still, I don't know what he's doing, because he moves off the point and doesn't even look where I was shooting. He sees me after a while, but I get the shot off first. Yeah, it's just, I didn't know what he was doing. I think maybe he didn't want to shoot at me because he thought I could have been a friendly or something. Put a shot into his turret again. Surprise, surprise, he lives again. Takes out his turret ring. But I'm like, well, I gotta put another shot at him. So, critical hit him. Critical hit his gas tank. He's on fire. I start moving towards B because there's no way that T-44 is gonna die at that point. Yeah, so I start moving here. The Panther dies right now. He burned to death. So I move to the point, start capturing the point. Trying to keep eyes down there. Look around for the T-44 to see if he's moving or if he's like completely, knocked out. Angling myself so in case I do get shot from that park area, hopefully I can bounce it. Just looking around for that T-44. I didn't actually see him at that point. I was turning too much. Just, checking around. I see he's coming up, which is good. I see this yak, and I think it might be an enemy because he's looking right at me. I put some shots low just in case he might be a friendly, which is actually good because he was, and he comes back and helps me out later in the game. But we're just going to sit here. We're going to capture B. I'm going to still look around because, it's very difficult in these low pop teams to actually know where people are. Plus, I don't have the added benefit of someone else taking a shot instead of me. The T-44 could take a shot from the west, and then that might give me a chance to return a shot. So that's what I'm actually hoping for, is that they'll shoot the T-44 before they shoot me. I hear the planes flying around. I'm looking around, just making sure I'm not going to get bombed. Still trying to look towards A and towards their main spawn here. I look at chat and I see that one of the planes is saying heading to the base. He actually pops in a tank later. That's that Tinner guy that I was talking about. Flies over, or that's my teammate that flies over. Just give him a little thing. Artillery starts striking around me. I'm looking at where the artillery is hitting, because then I know where like the final barrage is going to land. Artillery will shoot 4 times in sort of a slow pace, and then it'll drop its main load almost, and you can tell where the main impact's going to be after the 4 hit. So just back out. It misses me. I'm going to go back down my main street here because, like I said, I'm boring. I do the same thing. Just going to pie it wide because I don't know how many enemies on the team there are. This is actually funny because if you can see Wilso Willow in the Centurion Mark 10. And we're gonna just say hi to each other real quick here. Hey, what's going on? So I duck behind cover. He just barely misses me. I pay attention to the map just to make sure that the T-44 knows there's an enemy tank here. Now I'm doing what's called side scraping, where you angle your tank just so the side of your tank is visible. Now the angle at which the side of the tank is, the guy will never be able to pen me. So I'm going to go forward and then I'm going to back out again. Now I'm going to shoot at the front of him. I didn't know that was going to actually kill him. I was surprised, and I was happy because it was like, yeah, you know, one shot, one kill. I'm going to move on to A. Now the guy on A actually died, so that means that there's someone around A that I have to be careful of. So once again, I'm going to start pieing corners just to make sure. I know someone's up here somewhere, I just don't know where. Little bug where it shows his name was actually over the Southmore. I see him, he sees me, but I get my shot off first, and I kill him. Start moving up slowly because I don't know if there's another tank around here. Tinner down in the bottom left, you can see is saying repairing, then going tank. I'll have some backup coming soon, so I'm not too quick to get onto the point. I'm going to slowly go up, look around, you know, make sure there's no tanks hiding in the corners again. Checking around, you can see Vlamgat just spawned in. He's going to be coming pretty quickly. So Tinner doesn't move after me command, which is going to display his like position on the map briefly. You can't actually see it in the replay, but it does it in the live game. So I'm moving up. I actually say Neek cover to let him know where I am. And then I see this little dusty area kick up. I go into binocular view here because binocular view is a little bit more, a little bit higher above the turret. So you can see over like obstacles like that trolley right there. He takes a shot trying to pen through the trolley. I don't believe you can actually shoot through those. I got artillery landing around me. He takes another shot. I take a shot and I'm like, yeah, you can't pen that because I would have killed him. I was aiming that great at him. So I mark his position on the map. Look behind me to make sure I'm not getting flanked. Tinner takes a shot at him right there. I didn't know Tinner was that close. I look over there. I see the shot again, so I start moving up. And you can see Vlam's moving back at this point because he took the shot from the T-54, check my rear again, and then I'll use binoculars to try to see. I see the T-54 moving up, so I'm like, hey man, if he's going balls deep, I'm going balls deep. Start moving up. Check this little gap right here to see if I can see the FV. Now I didn't know he actually shot him here and that he was on fire. I didn't see that at the time. And then I see him through the windows, and he's just. I thought he was actually dead here because looking at him, he looks like he's just all black, no more. And then I see his turret moving, so like I'll just put another one in there. Do a little thank you command to Tenor, just like, you know, thanks, good work, dude. He says nice teamwork, nice work. We move on to the point. I checked the scoreboard a few times now. The scoreboard will tell you if players are still in the game. So I see that only one person's still in the game. We both get into position looking at the main spawn. I'm looking around just in case this guy, you know, YOLOs it out into the middle of the field here. But after a while, don't see him. Just sitting here, just waiting for the cap to cap. Once it caps, we'll win the game, so I wasn't too worried about actually losing this at this point. I'm looking around to see if he's in a plane. Tenor actually asks, is he in a plane? I say no idea. It's just me and Tenor left in the game, so we don't have any air support. So Tenor starts moving forward. I start moving backwards. He starts turning his turret, so I wanted to continue looking down this road, but at this point, I was worried about getting flanked, so I turn my turret around, look at the street, sort of back up so I can't get shot from their main spawn. I look behind me, make sure he's not there. Continue looking. Tenor says spread out, which is actually a good idea because you can hear him in a plane right now. He's coming. I look around for him. I don't see him, but I hear him. And he does a little buzz by, which means he probably already dropped his bomb, so I just keep moving. He drives away. We cap it. Enemy points start going down. I say well done. And that's the end of the game. I just start shooting everything. Yeah. That's how you get 8 kills in a simulator battle. It's not that hard. You just have to, you know, play it slow, try to play it smart. This was kind of easy because it is that low population, you know, and it's not hard to tell what's an enemy when you're on a team that's solely one nation. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, Frank. This was actually fun making it, so I'll talk to you later.